Hey everyone, so today we are going to be going over another strategy of how to make money rapidly, efficiently, and effectively over the course of a time. This is strategy implementation, and we're going to be looking over risk factors for an upcoming trade. So this is going to be like a real case example. Hopefully you guys can take this and kind of be creative and think of other names and build off of what we're going to go over today. So today we're going to be going over Airbnb, who is set to report their earnings on February 14th after market close. So that's going to be Tuesday after the close. Currently we have an applied move. You guys remember this is how we make money of 1.32. Applied versus average move is not as great. It's only 0.95, but the return on this thing is phenomenal. Negative 120% buying straddles, and this has only been going on for, 6 quarters or so. 7 quarters. This would be quarter 8. So consistently profitable. Come down the bell curve here, we can see this as well, with the blue line being the historical implied move and the green line being the average move. We can see it's all over the place, but we can see for the large part, this is to the downside, right? If we go back up here, you're going to see that again. We have an implied move currently of 8.32% and an average move of only 6.3. Gotta love it, right? So, kind of have to ask yourselves, why is this here? And more importantly, why are we seeing this? Steady climb higher. We had this implied earnings move last week and 2 weeks ago at 7%. Now we're over 8.3. What's happening here? Well, could it be due to, just fear market uncertainty? Could be. Could it be due to the CPI? I don't know. See, that's why we have to look, right? Because the CPI is set to come out that day. Here's the thing though. This is set to come out in the morning, right? It's set to come out at 8:30. So in other words, this Airbnb comes up after market close. So what that essentially means is the information on the inflation is already going to be out. And when you're placing an earnings trade, you really want to put the earnings trade on right around the close, and then take it off right after the open. So that's essentially what's happening here. Effectively, you're not going to be exposed to the CPI when you put this in. So I hope that goes over what we're going there, but further DD can be applied, right? Here's a really good article talking about analyst expectations for this upcoming event. We're going to see, it basically just going into, macro headwinds, inflationary pressures, a decrease in consumer spending, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that could be overall risk, right? Last thing, memeish. Is this, implied move coming up due to memes? Well, doesn't appear to be so. I mean, Airbnb is on the list of most mentioned WSB names, but it's not really that high. This is probably just more due to the street, so to speak. And so people know the street misses a lot too. So it's always good to bet against those guys. It's really, really not good to bet against extremely smart money. And I think that a lot of the reason this implied move is kicking up is due to more of risk such as this and not due to smart money. So structuring up the trade, you guys know it by now. All we're going to be doing here is we're going to have our short straddle weekly expiry. You put it on right before the close. You take it off the open on the 15th. Break even's currently sitting at 126.8, 105.2 to the upside and downside, assuming you hold the expiration. Assuming that vols dropped what we're forecasting here, and let's say the stock doesn't move basically anything from now, P&Ls per bet could range around $500. But if we get more of this average move, you're probably going to be in the range of 300, 200, 300 range. Besides that, guys, one last thing, I always like going over it. If we flick on over to the relative value tab, you're going to notice that just confirmation here, this definitely is more expensive than what it's usually been. This is IV10 versus non-event IV10. Always taking a look at that. And another thing that I want to show you guys, I'm going to introduce you guys to this today, and we're going to go over it in coming videos, is the term structure, right? This is the term structure basically, a month ago, right? This green line. This is the term structure, blue line. This is today. So what you're going to notice is that it's extremely different. So if this is basically non-event and this is event, what happens, after the event? Shouldn't this come down? I'm going to leave that for you guys to think about. We're going to make a video case study on that in the coming week. And as I always say, guys, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to, comment below or message me. Besides that, if you guys have any names you want us to take a look at, feel free to comment below and we will get to them That's all for now. Thanks, guys. Take care.